Hey everyone, I'm rather incoherent, back with more Crusader Kings 3 Royal Court. As you can see, we're playing as Chieftain. Dwarulfer is my best guess, but we're not going to have to worry about it too much longer because we're just going to rename ourselves. We're going to go with Ulf. It has some characters that were our previous name. It means wolf. It's a lot simpler and easier to pronounce. My wife has no stewardship, which means I probably picked the wrong one, but I can't divorce her and remarry because I'm already in a crippling prestige debt, especially for a Viking. So I'll be sticking with her. It's probably not the biggest deal because I'm already... What's my domain at? I'm already at a domain 4, so there's no current problems. And honestly, it's not the biggest deal in the world because control means that having new counties isn't nearly as good as it would have been in Crusader Kings 2. I'm not declaring wars, and I'm not going to be going on a Varangian adventure, unfortunately. The reason being that when you go on a Varangian adventure, it's for an entire duchy. And with the exception of Moray, which is 6 counties, and Neustria, however this is pronounced, which is 7 counties, I don't see any real counties worth going for that are big enough to justify giving up your old land, because when you succeed in a Varangian adventure, you lose all your old territory. You just have the new duchy. And this, you'd have to beat the King of France, so that's obviously not happening. So I could go for Moray, but Moray does still have 1,000 soldiers. And a king with 1,600 soldiers. So beating 2,600 is just as impossible for me right now as beating 7,000, which is a low-end estimate for France. Also, it occurs to me that I've been pretty impersonal with my family members. Let's give them a quick introduction. We have my brother, Onunder, the genius of the family, the most confident one of the bunch. We have an intelligent brother, Colbane. We have... Look, I've looked at the pronunciation for this. Neuter, which is... you know, neuter. So we're just not going to talk about him too much. And Vaughn. Vaughn has a nice pronounceable name. Speaking of nice pronounceable names, we have Sweden. Good job, Bjorn Ironside. Actually forming a kingdom. So I'm not going to be going to war or going on a Varangian adventure. These guys are for raiding. Which means we need to let them gather up. And then we need to figure out where they're going. I'm very tempted to go for Northern Lotharingia. I think I can make a lot of money around here. There's 22 gold here. And then I can go down to this other country and take 17 and then get out. That sounds like a plan to me. And we just desperately need to raid, more for the prestige than the gold, but I'm sure the gold will be useful eventually. Oh yeah, we need to hold a great plot with the gold. That's what the gold is for. So I actually can't run away. If they show up, I'm just sort of getting caught. That's how it works. Alright, got them. Tourney troubles. As chieftain, I've been obliged to attend a local wrestling tournament. So I can either become friends with my brother Onunder. Which one is he? Is he the good one? He is. I can go get drunk and lose some stress, but I might become a drunkard. No thank you. Or I can just lose stress. Am I stressed? I am actually quite stressed. I mean, I probably wouldn't become a drunkard. Yeah, see, we're fine. We're just a lot less stressed now. It's perfectly healthy drinking. Anyway, I hear we're raiding this. Double press spacebar to make sure I don't waste any time as it ends. It's not safe to go inland, like, at all, so we're gonna get back on the water. It just takes forever to get on your boat. Where's Fog of War right now? I'm so confused. Can I just, like, see all of this? It doesn't really clearly go to Fog of War anywhere. I really don't like that animation. I'm gonna come over to this small inlet here in Frisia and see if there's anywhere obviously worth looting. We've got a couple of 10s, a 17 and 18. We can definitely go for Amsterdam and get out. Just watching it tick down, being anxious. Get out of there. All right, so they're rallying their troops now. We watch them rally. Can we escape before they get here? Holy shit, we did it. I was actually nervous about getting caught there, no matter how ridiculous that sounds. Do boat battles exist? I'm being raided. Or I was being raided. Maybe I raided this myself, who's to say? But let's go home. One way or another, let's get out of here. And as they return home, we're gonna get a good load of prestige and money. And we can use this money to make the decision to hold a grand balance. Oh no, that costs 200 prestige and I am in crippling prestige debt. Yeah, fair enough. I can commission an artifact. I would like a new sword. That sounds like it would give me prestige for money, and that's what I'm looking for at the minute. I can hold a feast. I can call a hunt. I think I want to hold a feast and call a hunt and commission an artifact later. Yeah. Let's send the invitations for a feast. Oh, I can't do a feast and a hunt simultaneously. Fair enough. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and disband the whole army. Stand them down. Because I want to see if that number that they have would be different if I fully raise them, and it is a little bit. Anyway, everyone's gathering for the feast that I just threw. We welcome everybody in, but before we do, we need to send these guys a rating. And I think I'm going to be going for over here, like all the way to Wales. All right, Wales has already been burnt to the ground, not really much of an option. There is loot here, though. Ireland's been put to the torch as well. Man, the Vikings are just doing their job really well. The North Seas are just awful, aren't they? Just like the entire coastline, everywhere is burnt. It's ridiculous. France is a little bit untouched over here. No, they just burnt a long time ago. That's not true. No one's bothered going because they were burned down so recently. You can travel on these rivers as a boat still, it looks like. We've got 23 and 14 here if I just like went here and then left immediately. Maybe it's better to go towards Byzantium. What is the route you take if I click here? So, what's along this river? Is it all burnt? It's looking like most of it's burnt, and what's not burnt is very don't touch this. For Constantinople alone, you get 100 gold. That seems appropriate. Dude, like literally there is nothing to pillage. It's all pillaged already. I am gonna send out my soldiers in this direction for that like 20 gold town I was looking at earlier. I can go to Cologne and get 23 gold and then book it. Seems like the thing to do. Anyway, what about that feast? The conversation partner. My wife, the chiefess, Signe. I can have an interesting conversation with her that's gonna give me +1 diplomacy and learning. Or I can lose stress and make her like me more. Yeah, I'll take that second option. Sounds like I'm incredibly boring to talk to, but at least I'm flattering her. We had some great wine. Emphasis on had because it's all gone bad. I can get plus 0.5 prestige a month for 10 years. I mean, you can just do the math on that, right? 10 years is 120 months. That's 50 gold for 120 prestige, and then everyone likes me as well. So that just seems good. And that's way better than this. I will go spend my money on the wine, I guess. My neighboring ruler won a war. Looks like this got conquered into one place. I do feel like I've stalled out a little bit. It's fine. And as my guest departs, we had a great time, gained 150 prestige, that's what I like to hear, and everyone loved me because I ran a good feast. Whoops. I unpaused and misclicked into the wrong location, canceling my movement. It's a disaster. I'm gonna switch my Spy Master over to Disrupt Schemes, it just seems like the sensible thing to do. And we're gonna go watch our raiders, because like what else are we doing other than watching the raiders? We just saw their army disband up there. A ruler in the making, and someone else. Well, that's not good. I can ask her, I can investigate it myself, or I can stress myself out. I can start finding secrets. I'll start finding secrets in my own court, that's simply fine. And my kid's getting ballsy. Well, I mean, they're hale and quick, no wonder they're ballsy. Anyway, let's get this money and get out of here. Preparations for the hunt. Excuse me, I don't recall going hunting. I think this is just unrelated that I had wanted to go hunting and I'm getting a hunting event. It threw me off a lot. So I want to go kill a wolf, which is deeply ironic considering my new name. So I can either get a pet dog for 15 gold, who gives me diplomacy and prowess. I can get a new spear for prowess +3 and monthly prestige +15%. Or I can be cheap. It strikes me that a spear cannot die. But I'm getting the dog, damn it. Oh, I need to name the dog. I can also name it myself, but it has default names of Amiable and Shadow. I like the Vikings dog named Amiable. That's really funny to me for some reason. Done. Alright, can we get this and get out of here? Okay, we've successfully raided it. There's no way we're safe to stay. Please leave. Please get out while you still can. Okay, I'm on the boat. That's good enough for me. We can start looking at our next targets. I'm gonna try to get to Bruges and get out before anyone rallies for that, because that's 32 gold. And I've learned my lesson. If I see them, I'm gonna run the other direction, not try to get on boats. Okay, got their money. Also, I have captured Princess Judith during the siege. Well, that's not good for you guys. How much money is she worth to you? Only 50 gold. So I can return her for a favor and demand payment for a favor instead. I just don't know if that'll be more than 50 gold. I'm gonna save and see how that works just out of curiosity. So we're gonna ransom her for a favor instead. Now, having gotten one without being caught, do I think it's worth going for a second? Probably not. However, I've also established that maybe they aren't reacting as quickly as they should in Lotharingia. So I might just want to hop back across the border and take 18 gold there. Okay, so I've got a hook on the guy. Now we're going to go over to him and demand payment for his hook, which I would assume it came out to be 50 gold anyway. Cool. Exact same. Just a very roundabout way of getting the same result. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm obviously not being cheated on. Hop back over to France, please. Why does it take so long to go over? Excuse me? How on earth does that take less time than getting here? Like, you crossed the same terrain that would be making it worse for me, wouldn't it? We're actually winning this. Did we win or did it switch sides at the end? We won. Get in the water. Just stop. Because they're going to come back. They have 850 men left. So I'm not sure what's going on exactly with the golden movement that happens while you just waste your time. I don't know what that means, and I really need to figure it out, so I'm going to go check to see if I can figure out any information on this, because it's deeply frustrating. Oh, we also already had full gold. There was literally no reason to risk anything there. If we come over to details, we can see our champions and Varangians once again just did all of the work, mostly the champions. All right, we can go get more income while we're at war, increase vassal taxes, use the extort subjects decision. I like that, but I have no subjects. Levy reinforcement rate plus 100% seems very good. So does domain limit plus 2. Popular figurehead, organized muster rolls, and divided attention all seem absolutely insane. I also like purchase a truce, even though I would never want to do that, so I'm gonna start working down architects. Somebody, my concubine, is pregnant, and I can hold a grand balance. I finally had the prestige for it. I'd be happy to. And we're gonna do the 75 gold blot. That's the whole reason we waited to do it originally. Wait, do I actually have prisoners right now? I've got one. Hopefully that's good enough. I forgot that I let them all go for hooks. Anyway, we can stand down our army, let them keep growing, and see how this blot goes. What are our new options? Declaring wars? Yeah, that's not too surprising. Hello? Grand blot? I believe I ordered a blot recently. Hey, there we go. So we can go ahead and do animal sacrifices only. We can do a lot of animal sacrifices. We can do human sacrifices. And we can do the best of both worlds, tons of animals and human sacrifices. I gain 250 piety. And I gain 40 stress because I'm a compassionate Viking. Being a compassionate Viking is terrible. Also, the cost of this so far hasn't been worth it, but hopefully that last option will give us some rewards during the blot itself, which appears to take literally forever. My dog is a walking dog now, which gives me a medium boost to health. Well, I'm glad he likes walks. Amiable's such a nice dog. It's in his name. Seriously though, like, are we going somewhere with this blot thing? Is it over already? I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna reload my gang because blots are just awful. There we go. They just take literally forever. Okay, that's very weird. This took me way too long to figure out. The has happened part at the bottom is the part that's gonna be the same on all of them. So no matter which choice I pick, I'm gonna get 250 piety. Everyone's gonna like me by plus 30 because I did the blot, and then going to the sacrifice is also gonna make them like me even more. This top one, I'm being religious, my priest gets plus 50 opinion of me. The other one is literally just better because instead of going to the grand sacrifice, I went to the people sacrifice, and that has a bigger positive multiplier for everyone else, and it loses me 65 stress because I'm humble. So I mean, yeah. And I'm now known for my dedication to the faith because I had a blot that I didn't participate in, really. I'm not sure who I sacrificed in that blot, because I had one prisoner and she's still alive. I no longer need this concubine. You're 38. Goodbye. Going to military, we're up to 1155, which is still nowhere near our max. I think we're going to go raiding again, while we wait for our military to grow and continue building control. Compared to my neighbors, how am I looking? This guy's a double count with 800 soldiers. Single count, single count, single count. Wait. Oh, I see. Are you really a duke with 1 county and 2 That's not gonna last. They are going to rebel, man. He is technically stronger than me. He might actually be stronger than me. Kind of rough. This guy is like very easy for me to take out, and I probably should be taking him out, but I can't form a duchy right now because I'm broke, so... yeah, let's go raiding, I guess. I mean, it's the Vikings, right? If you don't know what to do, go raiding. That just tends to be how it is. Let time progress so they can all gather up. There we go. Toggle them over to raiders and let's scout the world. This top region of Mercia actually has a decent chunk of gold. The issue is that while Mercia might not be able to respawn in time if we were to go over to Gwynedd, they definitely have the men to run me off and can respawn in time. I guess I'm gonna go back to the Netherlands again and rob this place. I'm gonna go see if I can't rob something. Oh, France has been robbed. They're all robbed out. Damn. I'm gonna go to southern Wessex. There's a couple of places around here with a little bit of money. Oh, I've got a new son. And he's at least robust. He's not completely useless. We're not naming anyone after our grandfather. That's AI shit. We're naming you... I'm just gonna name you Dag. I'm not even sure what Dag is from. It's just a ridiculous name. People are getting pregnant, which is always good, because you can't have a eugenics program without kids. It appears that Dag is a sickly kid. That's not good. That's not good at all. My steward informs me there's a desperate need for a new road. Are you sure about that? If the roads were good enough for my pop, they're good enough for you. Now shut up. I like that answer. I didn't expect that to be an answer at all. Canterbury has 56 gold. Let's go fix that for them. Why on earth would Canterbury have 56 gold? That's ridiculous. No, I don't want to stick around here and get caught out, but I am going to check if anyone else is stupidly rich. I might just want to take this back immediately. It feels a bit cowardly. I think I can probably make it down here and rob a couple of places for like 14. Seems good. I also keep thinking if I could just like devote enough time to it, I could go around. What are we looking at here? Pirates going every which way. I have a manipulate subject hook on Skaldor. What have you been doing? What's your secret? It doesn't really seem interested in telling me what the weak hook is. It just says manipulation. Like, did I just convince them it's for their best interest to give me a hook? Is that what that's telling me? It doesn't really matter, but I am deeply confused by it. No, I don't want to click on Hastings. Stop it. I'm trying to look at my own guys. It's fine. Okay, we've made it to the area I'm looking to be in. There's a couple of 14s here. I'm gonna go for this one first, and then just leave, probably. Going for 214 sounds like a good way to get caught. Get out. We're done here. What are my new situations? I can declare wars. Yeah, I know. Oh, it's a new situation because the neighboring ruler won a war. Which, might be this. I really do need to get back to conquering, don't I? Fine. I've mostly been letting my Varangians grow while I build up prestige and money, because I was in that huge prestige pit at the start of the video. But I think we've more or less clawed our way out of that, so let's turn in this money and go back to war. It's kind of important that I can make a duchy, right? Like, if I were to come over here and look at this title, what's it take to make it? 125 gold? That's really... Like, if I can't do that, there's not a lot of point in continuing a war, because I can't have vassals. I got a new kid. He's intelligent, and the child of a concubine. That part's rough. But stop naming them Gene Seed. You can be named after Bjorn Ironside. Congratulations. I have another child. They're everywhere. This one's just robust. Sure, she can have whatever name she wants because she's not competent. Now that we've returned our loot, we are very close to having everything we need, but we're not quite there. I'm gonna go raid my neighbor. Just gonna go take his money, then use it to form the duchy that he's in. Oh no, my dog ran away during a hunting trip. Well, a riding trip. I mean, she'll be back. She's fine. Yeah, see, nothing happened. She found me 2 gold coins. What a good dog. She knows I'm struggling to form the duchy. Anyway, with this money, we might have just enough. We also might be just short. I'm pretty confident that we're just short, actually. Oh, there's a war going on here. Time to rob! What a wonderful circumstance for me. Ransom? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, scratch that. We're done robbing. We have everything we need. It turns out we have all the money we needed to have. Okay, so now that we're back, we're going to disband this army. Get rid of all this. Do a quick check on prisoners. Make sure no one else can be ransomed. You've got nothing. We'll negotiate. She's got nothing, but we'll take the favor. And speaking of, we're going to head over to entry, go over to hooks. And on all of these people, we're going to just quickly check if we can demand payment from them. None of them have ever made any money. Damn shame. And these are my family members. You can shake down kids for money. Wonderful. Okay, so the reason I was doing all this is because now I can click this, go to the duchy that it's in, and I miss being San already because I'm not a fan of that. Anyway, create the title. It's gonna give me 300 prestige and get rid of pretty much all of my money. I'm now a mighty Jarl, which unfortunately doesn't affect my domain size. Now, looking at this, I'm pretty sure I just immediately spend all of that money, or all of that prestige, rather, boosting these up to size 5. And after this, we're going to start another Varangian stack, move them up to 5, and then we'll disband the Bondi. Oh no, we have 4 options right now, so we have a lot of Varangians before we have to disband these guys. Very far off. Anyway, the reason we became a duke is so that we could shake you down. I'm sorry, but you are in my land. This costs me 25 piety, also known as literally nothing. Raise my entire army on the border, please. And just absolutely murder the poor man. 1290? Excuse me, what? You hired 770 mercenaries. Why are you hoarding money? The Vikings are so weird. I think we can still easily beat them, to be honest. I just trust the Varangians and my champions quite a lot. Yeah, they still got crushed. I'm down to 992. We were pretty evenly numbered before. They're down to 770, and they're immediately getting fought again before they recover it all, so that's going to be the end of this war. We unfortunately haven't captured them, but we have captured somebody. Oh no! Alright, it was somebody I didn't care about, thank God. A commoner? Why'd you even tell me? What about the hundreds of commoners that died that consisted of everyone else in the group? What's the point of that guy? I need to make more champions after this war. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish this. We've definitely won. He's just wasting time slowing things down, and he got himself captured, so we win. Enforce demands. And disband the army. Speaking of disbanding, we're done with this rally point because the rally point is now going all the way down here. And we're also going to move our county control down here as well. It's claiming it's blue for some reason, so we'll move it up, I guess. And we're at 5 of 4, so we need somebody else. And there are two different things I can do here to make a vassal. Either way, I'm giving it to a family member. That's just happening. Because if I give it to a family member, they take concubines and start having more kids. That's really important. But the question is, do I want to give it to my useless sibling, because they matter the least, or do I want to give it to Onander, because he is clearly the best? And I think the answer is I want to give it to Onander. So yeah, grant title. What's this called? Rogaland? Yeah, I'm giving you the title of Rogaland, congrats. Which means we didn't want my marshal there anyway, because it's not my land anymore, so it doesn't matter. It's telling me about Varangian adventures again. It's informing me that I'm second in line to inherit the thing I just gave away. I can create another duchy title. I wouldn't mind being a double duke, that always just feels good. It gave me a million tutorials just now, and I refreshed that. Thank you. I really don't like whatever I am right now. Gulathinslog. Gulathinslog? I hate it. Whatever that word is, it just feels gross. Anyway, in light of recent things happening, we need to increase our champion counts. Hey buddy, congrats, you're on court, you're a champion now. I'd like my half-brothers to not be getting themselves killed, but you're the last competent man I've got. That's fine, we can wait. If I had more prestige, I could put out the call for more champions. That's all fine though, we're gonna raise everyone as raiders down here and go get the prestige that we need. Which raises the same question it always does, where's the money actually at? I remember seeing this. This is a war, that means it's perfect for us. I'm not quite sure who else is here, but it doesn't seem to matter. We can grab this 13 gold too. There's 13 gold down there. And as they're losing the war up here, I feel very comfortable that I'm safe. However, first, apparently I have a lifestyle perk to unlock. And we're going to be going down this, not for defensive maneuvers itself, but for the levy reinforcement rate, followed by figurehead so that everyone loves me, followed by domain limit, which just seems incredible, and then architect, because if you're this far down, you may as well just get some extra stewardship. And yeah, we're just going to take all the money here, because we can. Who's going to stop me? Is there money in here? I'll take that too, then. Thanks, King. Really appreciate it. So all of my counselors can lose 5 opinion of me because I let my dog come to council meetings because it's got a separation anxiety issue. Or I'm mean to my dog, and either way the options are the exact same. She's coming to the council meeting, fuck all of you. I gained 75 prestige for telling him to shut up. I'm bringing my dog to the job. Excellent, good. I like that my dog is just strong-arming my marshal into agreeing. Who is also my half-brother, by the way. Okay, so from here, I'm probably just going left and then getting out with all the money. Actually, I'm already going to be capped at money here. That was so profitable so fast. Let's just go back and dump all the gold and then come back and continue raiding. Lotharingia should also be weak. Oh, I did not mean to unpause. So, who's at war with me? I made it back in the time that I accidentally unpaused. Who the hell are you? Oh. You seem horrifically misled, dude. You have 904 to my 790, which admittedly is more right now. But yeah, I don't really feel too scared of that. All of my soldiers are currently raised, but I do have the potential to have more champions. Congratulations, you're joining the courts, and you're both champions now. We're gonna disband this army. Oh, they'll take 53 days to return home now. Well, in that case, we're gonna do it the awkward way, raise everyone else here, and let time play for a second so they can all get here. It's just my champions. Okay, in case anyone like me is having this problem, where they're like, wait, what button combines my armies? I don't get it. What do you want from me? Where you're like selecting them here and trying to figure out what's going on? You don't. You select all the armies, and then here in the top, you have merge and reorganize. Do you have only 2 tiles? And you have that many men? That's kind of impressive. He has 908 men and 8 champions. How do you figure I have 16 champions? Anyway, I think I just wait for him to come to me. Are his armies somewhere else? Oh, you're getting on a boat? No, no. You've got less land than me. You have to defend. You have to come through my land. Oh, I guess we're fighting. That's fine. Varangian veterans crushing the fight. That's what I just saw. So, how'd that go exactly? Varangian veterans, 220. Champions, 130. Bondi doing a surprising amount of work, and he only had 4 champions to my 8. Or to my 7, rather. So, yeah. Ah, Rip Colvane! Were you the shit one? You weren't even bad. You were intelligent. This is why I didn't want to make him take part, but oh well. Hey, dude. Check it out. You want to come be a champion? 26 is kind of a lot. How old are you? 45? I'm just gonna try to befriend him instead, and if it fails, fuck him. Anyway, Rip Colvane. My brothers couldn't all live forever. It was just sort of unavoidable that they'd die eventually. I'm feeling very good about choosing Varangian veterans. They seem quite powerful. And I'm gonna have to wait a while here. So, my kid Dag is getting ballsy. It happens. Wait. I haven't educated anyone yet. Okay, we have our first education coming up now. I knew that was the case. I was like, it's real weird that we can't educate anyone yet. I'm not giving him a hook on me. Get out of here. No. So we need a guardian for a daughter. And we do have somebody who is Midas Touch. I'm going to send them to that person. Prisoners can be ransomed. I will ransom everyone that can be ransomed for money. That just seems good. All right, cool. We ran out of money getting those two. Anyway, I'm going to take the rest of everything you have. All right, who are we accusing of witchcraft? Some rando. I can get 300 stewardship experience, 100 piety by killing her, but 20 stress because I'm compassionate. Spend piety to get a witch. Stage an elaborate execution for her, but secretly sneak her to your court. Is her existence a hook against me at that point? How much is 300? Like, I don't have a frame of reference for what 300 stewardship experience actually means. Okay, so it's 30% of a level. I just don't want to get stressed, and like, my options are get the experience, get 20 stress, so no thank you, lose 100 piety, so no thank you, also upsetting the peasants doesn't seem great, or do this weird hoax thing, which just seemingly is nothing but good until it falls apart, and then I'm sure it will be very bad. Man, I really want to burn her for her crimes. I just don't want to stress myself out. Just release her. Fuck the peasants. I held a great blot. No one cares. And Dag is finally no longer sickly. Prisoners can be Please, game. I release somebody to make him happy. Why not? Okay. Now we have this person for 25 gold, and this person for 50 gold. Holy shit, that guy had so much money. That was ridiculous. Alright, that's all fantastic. I should have read that, because one of those I actually hadn't seen. Anyway, I know he's sieging my stuff, but it won't matter, because I'm just going to conquer him before he does anything. Unless I'm in there. This is my capital, so I'm not in there. We're fine. What's going on down here? Siege 1, Groom to Rule. Bjorn is increasing his stewardship and his marshal. No, Gertie's increasing her marshal. But they're doing well. Anyway, let's wrap up this war. What just happened? Oh, I didn't mean to unpause. Please stop. Greetings are all... Who are you? Where are you from? Stop it. Is this a separate war? It is. Rally the troops. Anyway, I'm better at stewardship now. It seems kind of hilariously unimportant, but I am. Hey, levy reinforcement rate. It's not actually very stewardshipy, but it's very important. Okay, first let's wrap up this war. Alright, cool, I befriended him. That actually is kind of helpful, because it means I can go over to champions and probably recruit him. Can I invite you to court? You're already here. It doesn't matter that he's friends with me, that does nothing. Well, look, I need more champions, okay? You're a champion now. Deal with it. Okay, and down here, I want to raise all. We should be winning this war almost instantly. This war is completed. He loses 350 prestige. I get that prestige. And 31 gold. Okay. I want all of my people gathering up in my capital. And at this point, I might have to buy mercenaries, because he outnumbers me by 500. That's a substantial amount. I'm sorry. Which one did you join? The one I just won. Okay, that's fine. I was very worried for a second, because Jarl Sigurdur Snake Eyes, like an actual character with real... Oh, never mind. He's lost a war very badly recently. Okay, so that didn't really matter, but I am concerned about these 1,000 men. Holy shit, mercenaries are so expensive. That's outrageous. The cheap one is 170. The alternative is like losing all my land in this war though, right? It's just for one county. So I would lose nothing except for that one shitty county, and I wouldn't have to buy mercenaries. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually gonna end the episode here. I was thinking I was gonna go till this war ends, but that's actually a big, interesting decision where I don't know what's correct. I could spend 170 gold on mercenaries, or I could just let him have it and not fight about it. Because the issue is if I spend my gold on these mercenaries, then I won't have those gold to buy mercenaries in a second when I start declaring war on these guys. Because as soon as I win these wars, I want to turn around and conquer them, but if I do that with mercenaries, I can't. I'm leaning heavily towards buying mercenaries and just believing it's going to work out, but I'm not super committed either way. I'm going to take a break before I make the decision. I have a missing steward. They appear to have died a little bit. And my next best is not great at the job. At least my champion slots are filled. My levies are just a wreck. The levies everywhere are just bad. The ones in the bottom, this place is completely empty because they just got conquered. These ones up top are at about half. I'm going to stop here, though. This has been Crusader Kings 3, the Royal Court. I've been having a great time with it. I hope you have, too. If you have, then like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff really does help the channel grow, and I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Also, there is a Patreon. I know you don't care, but I'm going to mention it, because somebody might. So I know I said I was ending the video, but I like doing science. It's the whole reason I'm not playing on Iron Man. So I walked these guys back to the capital, and I hired the mercenaries with units in 2 separate places, because I didn't know where they would show up. Would they show up here, or would they show up, like, all the way up here? Because this is my oldest rally point. And they showed up down here at this new rally point with my single commander. But something really interesting happened, too. This army of 1,500? That's because my levies have been actively replenishing while those guys walked around at a rate that seems far higher than normal. I have no idea what this mechanic is. I am going to use it to win this war without hiring mercenaries in the next video, and I would love an explanation from anyone. Because despite the fact that the game really goes out of its way to shove the encyclopedia into your face, a search for reinforcement rate tells me this, which is for garrisons. And a search for levies says nothing about them refilling at tremendously higher rates while you're at war, which appears to be what's happening. I've got no idea. I'm genuinely baffled. I don't know what this mechanic is, but it's going to make this war really easy to win. And I have no idea if it's a glitch or not. I'm very confused.